Happy 2020, everybody. Dan Frio here, the Mortgage Update. I apologize. I took 2 weeks off. Did a lot of things. Went back and visited some family members. Got bronchitis. Had a fever. Got an ear infection. Good news, I'm back. So, you missed a lot, or I missed a lot of giving this information to you. We're going to go over what happened with mortgage rates in the last 2 weeks. And I thought it was going to be pretty much stagnant, but it wasn't. But the good news is, it's all good news. Everything, the market is going up in price. So again, the mortgage-backed securities market is this. Tonight's video, or I might add another video to this later today, kind of telling you a little bit about myself. I have a lot of followers. We're about 7,000. I'd really like to get that, double that at least this year. The good thing is I'm now in about 2/3 of the country, so I can help a lot of people out there. A lot of people are reaching out to me. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got closings every day in between California, Arizona, Texas, Florida. I'm going to Florida later in the month, right around the end of the month. And if you're a realtor down in the Orlando area, give me a shout out. I'd love to stop by and see you, see if I can add any value to your business and if we could partner together with some things. So let me get on to it. Who I am, I'm Dan Frio, the Mortgage Update. Today is January 6th, 2020. And what we follow here is I have a lot of followers in real estate between realtors and or mortgage advisors, loan officers, and thus. And I have a lot of consumers follow the channel and they're looking for advice. So that's what I hope I give you. And I'm a mortgage originator, loan advisor, mortgage advisor, I call myself. Have been doing it for 31 years now. And if you're in the Chicagoland area, tune into WYLL radio or WIND radio, and you'll hear my shows. I have a show every night from 7:30 to 8 p.m. and on Saturdays from 7 to 8 a.m. So reach out to me there. If I can be of any help, and this will be my last promo of this, give me a call at 844-775-LOAN, which is 5626. And I'm getting a new office. I have some new space. I'm getting a whole revamp of this stuff. So starting in about a week or two, you're going to see a whole new backdrop and everything. So we're upgrading the systems because thanks to you guys for following, it's helping my business and helping the YouTube channels and helping us help more people. So I'm going to upgrade it and make this a little bit clearer and maybe more informative, at least give you a better experience when you're watching. So let's get to it. What we follow on this channel is mortgage rates and bond rates and what's going on with mortgages. And that's basically what the channel is, the Mortgage Update with Dan Frio. What we follow here is the mortgage-backed securities market, the MBS market. This is the determinant of mortgage rates. It is not the 10-year Treasury. It's not the 2-year Treasury. It's not the 30-year Treasury. It's none of those. It's the mortgage-backed securities. Okay, I won't go into detail what those are, but basically this is a bond that determines mortgage rates. So today we're completely flat. Let me show you what happened in the last 2 weeks. And for those that follow the channel, what this is, again, this is the price. This is what the price of that bond is doing. So when the price of a bond goes up, it brings down the yield. Okay, so there's an inverted relationship here. So what we like to see is if you're paying more for a bond, therefore, in return, you're getting a lower yield. Okay, so we're paying more for this bond. The price is going up, causing the yield or the mortgage rate to come down. So that's what's happening here. Look at this run, phenomenal run. And for those, my clients, I was sitting on the sidelines. If you're one of my clients, you know we're not doing anything. We're just watching this and riding the rates down. Okay? If you're out there and you locked in your rate before the holidays, call me. I'll get you a better rate. I can almost promise you that. I just did a video too, just to let you guys know. Last November, so November of 2018, rates were 1 full % higher than where they are right now. So even if you've refinanced or you bought a house a year ago, call me. Let's see what we can do to maybe lower your rate. Let's think if you could save $200 a month. How much would you save over a 5, 10, 15, 20, 30-year period? So look into that. Right now, we have a lot of people calling, looking to refinance and pull out cash to do a few things. Pay off high interest rate credit cards. That's huge right now. A lot of people did home improvements on their house and used their credit cards or a home equity loan. bad news about those two things is credit card rates are too high, or you got an intro rate and it's low and it's going to pop in a year. You probably can't pay off 20, 30 grand in a year. So, what do you do with that? Plus, so that the rate is high and it's not tax deductible. All the interest that you pay is not tax deductible. On a home equity loan, the thing I don't like about that, unless you use 100% of that money for home improvements, it's not tax deductible. And it's an adjustable rate mortgage or adjustable rate term. I don't like adjustable rates because, yes, rates are going down now, but where are they going to be? Unless you can pay that off in a year, 2, 3, where are rates going to be in 5, 10 years? Probably, if I'm a betting man, higher. So that's where we're going to be. So right now we had a good run in the market. This is probably equivalent to probably 0.3 to 0.5 reduction in interest rates. So again, if you locked over the holidays, prior to the holidays or the end of the year, call me. At least get a quote. Let's see what we can do for you. If you closed last year, in the latter part of 2018, the beginning of 2019, call me. Let's see what we can do for you. So that's what we're working on there. And you'd be amazed on how much you could possibly save by the refinance. So what's going on with the market? Well, right now, some of the news that we had the other day was Brexit. So I'm not going to go into huge detail with you. Let me tell you what's happening. There's things throughout the world. As the economy, and here's the best way I try to explain things. You have $1,000 to invest, and you could pick 2 different buckets. One bucket is the stock market, and one bucket is bonds. And you can do whatever you want. Put 50% here, 50% there, 100% there, whatever. So what happens is when the economy is going gangbusters and there's no uncertainties in the market or the world, you're going to throw all your money in the stocks. So bond prices are going to drop, okay, pushing up yields. Okay, they're going to drop and drop and drop. But you don't really care. You don't want to pick up a 3 or 4% yield. You're in the stock market, you're making 10, 20% a year. Okay, what you're going to hear right now, especially with the Iran situation, is fleeing to safety. So this is kind of throwing some havoc in the markets. People are saying, we're worried about the Middle East. If there's bombings, if there's, last time we had a terrorist attack on 9/11, stock market plummeted. So there's some concerns there. So what people start doing is taking their money out of stocks, even though it's still a good market, but I think there's a correction coming. And they're starting to dabble and put more and more money into the bond market for safety reasons, okay? Thus, the more money you put into the bond markets, into that bucket, it's going to drive up the prices, as we saw, and then what we talk about, as we drive up the price of those bonds, the yield comes down. So that's what's happening. That's what's causing mortgage rates to come down, is uncertainty in the markets, uncertainty in the world. Also, other factors that we monitor here is inflation rates, employment rates. I follow personally the trucking business or logistics, and the reason for that is how much inventory is being shipped. And I'll go back to some of my previous episodes, and I'll also when the logistics reports comes out or the shipping reports come out, I'll let you know and give you alerts on that as well. There's a lot of factors in the market that we watch because I like to tell you what happened today and why, and what I perceive, what events are going to take place in the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, and what my long-term predictions are on a lot of things. I had a few clients come in today, and they're asking me, should they buy in certain areas of Florida? So we did some research in those areas. Arizona was another place. Somebody was looking to buy a second home. What my thoughts were there, and we ran some numbers. A lot of things are good news for all these people, especially as low as rates are today. So next thing is, let's go on. What news is coming out this week that's going to affect some things? So tomorrow, there's really not a lot here. The one thing we'll watch in this area is manufacturing. What's going on there. That's not going to play a big role in the markets. What we want to watch this week is employment numbers. So jobless claims, the unemployment rate, hourlies worked, weekly hours reports. So what we try to monitor here is, are companies hiring? That's good news. Are they letting go people? What are wages doing? are wages going up, thus creating maybe inflation? So let me just give you a little snapshot of I don't know if that's a word, snapshot, but let's go over what are things that are good for mortgage rates, but maybe not good for the economy. Unemployment. If unemployment is getting bad, meaning there's more unemployment, the Fed probably is going to step in and reduce rates to spur up the economy. Okay, but what they follow is they want to know what's going on with inflation. Is inflation getting out of whack? Meaning, are prices getting too high? Is the economy too hot? So right now we have the job market is pretty stable. It's not really adding a ton, which some people are saying, this market is crazy. They're adding tons and tons and tons. I don't see that, and I don't see that with the numbers. I don't see a lot of new hires. We're not seeing a lot of new fires, which is good. So that's that. The hourly wages isn't heating up the market, so there's no inflation. So you don't have any fears there. Manufacturing numbers are a little scary right now. Manufacturing is dropping month after month after month, and has for the last 6 to 8 months, as well as the logistics part of this. So the logistic part is the trucking part of things. Is how much inventory or how many widgets are being shipped, how much products being shipped, and as that comes down, that's not good for the economy. That means things are slowing, and that's one area where not a lot of people follow, and I follow that in detail. So that's another area that we're seeing. So I always try to go and let you go, know what's going on with the stock market as well. There's really not, everything's teetering right now in the Middle East. The market, pre-market stocks this morning, the market was getting killed, and it was all because of the Middle East. And then all of a sudden, everything kind of filtered through, and the market actually ended up a little bit higher today, which is, I found it kind of odd. But the mortgage rates, as we saw in mortgage rates, the MBS, it ended at 0. So it didn't do anything, which is, there's something here if you look into it in detail. We just bombed Iran, and Iran's calling for retaliation. Why is our stock market up, not crushed? And why are mortgage-backed securities at 0? There's something here that we're probably going to find out in the next day or two, which hopefully is good news. But if you see a retaliation from Iran, you're going to see mortgage rates plummet. So my clients, I am sitting on the fence right now, holding and not locking anybody. But basically, you're seeing here in the stock markets and so forth, there's really nothing going on there. But stay tuned, because there's going to be, this Iran thing is going to play into something. What it is, I don't know. And for those, if I post this at the close of every day, check out my Facebook, my YouTubes. Well, you're checking out my YouTubes, my LinkedIn. Just Google the Mortgage Update with Dan Frio, and you're going to see this little newsletter I post at the end of each day, kind of giving you some snippets on certain things. And then starting probably in a week or two, I'll be posting a blog on my website, and my website is The Frio Team, and you spell Frio as F-R-I-O, so thefrioteam.com. And that's it. But if you're out there and you're looking for a mortgage and you want my assistance, I'd love to help you, really. I work with about 2/3 of the country, and I do jumbos, FHA, VAs, streamline refinances, FHA streamline refinances, jumbo loans. I pretty much have everything that there is out there. Again, I've done it for 30 years. I'm actually a mortgage lender, so in-house underwriting. I can get you answers really fast. And again, I can help about 2/3 of the country. So if I can be of any help out there, please let me know. Don't forget to please give me a thumbs up, or a subscribe down below. Hit the bell so every time I do post something, you get an alert. What I'd like to ask you to do for the 2020, please start posting comments down below, because I have a radio show every night that I do. I need content, and I want content that's valuable, what you're looking for. I don't want a big half-hour infomercial. I want to answer questions that you specifically have. So if you would leave comments down below, I promise you, I answer every comment. If you want, call me or email me. You can reach me personally. I promise you. 844-775-LOAN, which is 5626, or shoot me an email at D for Dan, Frio, which is F-R-I-O, at parksidelending.com. I'd love to help. Please Don't forget to, like I said, subscribe. Leave some comments down below. I'll make sure I do videos or radio shows commenting or addressing what your comments are. And if you don't mind, put down there. I'd love to reference your name or even show your comments on air or on my YouTube channel and scroll through those YouTube questions and answer those right live one day. So also leave a comment. I see a lot of YouTube live events taking place. I'd love to do that maybe in the evenings or a Saturday morning or a Saturday afternoon. Let me know your comments there if you'd like me to do those and if you'd be interested in attending any of those. If you're a realtor out there, I do about 2/3 of the country. I would love to partner with you to help you get all my radio shows get podcasted. They get YouTubed. I do YouTube training. I do YouTube posting every night on what's going on in the market. And I'd love to see if maybe we can work together on some advertising, marketing, some different plans to get you to the next level next year and get some more people into homes in 2020. So God bless. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. I'll be back, and God willing, tomorrow, same time, same place. See you then.